Welcome to the station, crew. Enjoy your stay.
My name is Filianore Silksong, cargo technician, and I work for Nanotracin Cargo Department on Space Station 14. My job involves loading the cargo ship, unloading the cargo ship, creating an infinite currency generation factory on the trade station so we can become fully self-sufficient and declare ourselves the sovereign state of Cargonia. We are printing. Unless, of course, you get stuck with desk duty, and then it's just receiving hate mail from the other departments for making them fill out forms. Like, is this really necessary? Like, I need to be punched? In your face? Your request has been declined.
Why?
You are a passenger. You have no need for, let me see here, uranium.
Me need uranium.
Dylan, f*** off kindly before we get security. Last chance.
Fuck you.
Cargo to security, we've got a belligerent male trespassing over. They never make it easy, do they? But yeah, that's pretty much just the average shift here in the cargo department. And today's shift was also shaping up to be just another day on the job. I started off by sorting through our current inventory, separating the junk, which we would sell at the trade station, from the useful items which we would keep for crafting or handing out to the other departments. Once I was done sorting, I got to work delivering this mysterious Mjolnir to the science department so they could, according to their paperwork, conduct experiments on it. God help us all. Back at cargo, I get into a spat with my boss, Wolfgang Crow, quartermaster, over whether or not oxygen is junk that we should sell. By the way, it's fucking not. Anyway, just as I am forced to bite my tongue and follow orders, something happens. I remember. I am not Filianore Silksong cargo technician at all. I am Filianore Silksong Syndicate sleeper agent. And I've just been activated for my ultimate mission. What is that mission, you ask? It's quite simple, really. My mission is to kill the captain. So how the fuck am I gonna kill this guy? This is like the most valuable guy on the ship. After Pun Pun, of course. I love that little monkey. When not cooped up in restricted areas, the captain is usually flanked by some sort of security personnel, or is at the very least armed with a deadly saber. Not to mention there are cameras everywhere, you never know when the AI is watching, and even if they're not watching, they are always monitoring the crew's vitals. If the captain so much as gets a paper cut, the AI is going to know about it. Now, this wouldn't be so bad if my mission was just a simple assassination. A 1-to-1 KD isn't exactly a challenge when you have But no, my mission also wants me to escape to CENTCOM alive and unrestrained. So that means I need to kill the captain, not die in the process, not get caught in the process, and then get on the evacuation shuttle at the end of the shift with like 50 other people as if nothing happened. Oh, and you know, survive that too. It's so not winnable. Okay, so here's my plan. And this is a work in progress, okay? First, I'm going to change my PDA's ringtone to so I can access the secret syndicate store and purchase highly illegal items. I spend 8 of my 20 telecrystals on a storage implant, which, creates a flesh pocket on me somewhere. And I can, like, the items. It's not a fetish thing, okay? Items in this flesh pocket can't be found if I get searched. But yes, it does feel fucking good. Now, for this mission, stealth is basically my only option. I would love nothing more than to just buy this badass, loud as fuck energy sword and just go fucking crazy. But instead, I buy sleeping drugs and a dart. You see what I'm going for? It could work, right? Like, I catch the captain alone, and then I shoot him with a dart, and then he falls asleep, and I drag him to an alleyway, and I beat him to a fucking pulp. Okay, so it's not the most calculated plan, I'll admit, but give me some time, okay? I'll figure this out. I got activated like 10 seconds ago. So I get back to work. This delivery isn't going to ship and sell itself, after all. Oh, what? You thought that because I'm an assassin, I just get to quit my fucking job? Dude, it's the opposite. Now I have to be the biggest suck-up so that my inevitable, potentially long absences away from cargo aren't seen as suspicious. So I fly the cargo ship to the ATS. ATS is Automated Trade Station for short, chat. I sell the cargo for a cool 4,000 Spaceos, test out my throwing dart, and fly back to cargo. Now, on the flight home, I had a lot to think about, and I kind of came to a realization that, yes, punching someone to death is very funny, but punching someone to death is a very loud, very long process. And I mean, very long. Like, this is 4 times speed, and I've even trimmed some off at the start, and do you see how fucking long this takes? Yeah, I'm beginning to think that maybe this isn't the best course of action. But if I get a knife, I can just slit his throat, butcher the corpse, and be back in time for the next dropper for the ATS. And guys, ATS stands for Automated Trade Station. I'm just using slang. So I head to the kitchen to get myself a perfectly legal knife when, fuck, that's him. Oh my fucking god, what do I do? Do I throw a dart? Oh my god, what do I do? I gave him a hug and I walked away. It's not the right time, guys, come on. At the kitchen, I lie to Chef, telling him that we have a knife bounty, 1 knife short from completion, and like a chump, he just hands it over, no questions. He doesn't even ask to see the paperwork, and like, guys, paperwork will save your job and keep you out of prison. People like me is why you have to do paperwork. I kill your boss with your knife, who do you think gets in trouble for that? Because you just put your fingerprints all over it and I'm wearing gloves. My attention is then drawn to the global radio, where one Leon Renshaw has uttered a syndicate code word. The great part about being a syndicate agent is that you are never truly alone on your mission, and by using the syndicate code words, you can out yourself to other syndicate agents and hopefully work together towards your respective missions. So back at Cargo, I get on the global radio channel and hit the airwaves with a triple code word combo. We share solid materials here at Cargo. Come get your fill. God, I'm fucking good. And 1 minute later, Leon shows up at my window uttering the final code word. We slink off into the shadows to talk business. But first, have you ever wanted to learn a useful modern life skill like back-end web development but simply just get bored trying? Yeah, me too. Well, with today's sponsor boot.dev, worry no longer because they have gamified the issue to help with the modern brain. See, you laughed. That's because I know how to trick the modern brain into eliciting the response I want. And boot.dev do the same thing, except instead of tricking you into thinking I'm funny, they trick you into objectively improving your life. Neither boot.dev or myself can be held liable if your life does not improve after having learned back-end web development. With boot.dev, learning back-end web development languages like Python and Go has never been easier, because it literally just feels like you're playing an RPG. This is educational gaming taken to its logical conclusion. Complete quests, earn XP, and chase those level up fireworks. Before you know it, you'll realize you've actually written a ton of code all by yourself, just as those dastardly devs planned. With a 30-day no questions asked refund policy and a free demo for every course, there's never been a better time to jump right in. So if that sounds good to you, go to boot.dev and use my code BARNEY64 for 25% off your first month or even your first entire year if you choose the annual plan. That's boot.dev and use my code BARNEY64. Add over. I gotta kill Cap.
Oh, fuck.
Leon replies as we slink further into the maintenance labyrinth. We duck into a clown storage closet, and I unveil my plan to Leon. I've got a dart and some sleep juice. If I can get him into a crate, I can pull him to Cargo, take the ship to the trade station, butcher the body, and sell the evidence. Leon then shares with me his mission, which is to steal the research director's suit and have a certain someone killed. He clarifies escape is not necessary for completion of his mission, and suggests he should bomb the captain after I sleep them. This would take the heat off me since I have to escape. This could work. I ask Leon how long it takes for Nocturine to put someone to sleep, and he tells me that if I can hit 2 darts back to back, the captain will instantly fall asleep. So I buy another dart and attempt to fill it up with Nocturine. Unfortunately, I have a Space Station 14 controls moment and accidentally start drinking it instead. In my panic to stop this, I end up spilling it everywhere and put myself into deep REM. Leon claps sarcastically from the corner of the room as I lay in the darkness of my mind, helpless to wake from it. Why the fuck didn't I buy the energy sword? Sometime later, I awake and Leon begins telling me about his kill target, which, as I understand it, is just any random passenger from the way he's communicating without using any specific names. Remember this for later. So I tell Leon we should kill his target first and he should bring them to me at Cargo, because I have a devilish plan. In the meantime, I switch out my bag for a lighter one so I can run faster and fetch a syringe from medbay to collect the spilled Nocturine. When I return, Leon is back with a random passenger in tow who I assume is his kill target, because why wouldn't I after everything we had just said? Remember this for later. So I tell Glash he's just the person I want to see and lure him into the back with Leon. We board the ship and I fly us to the trade station, stopping halfway so we can murder this fool. Unfortunately, when I turn my attention away from the flight controls, I find that my boss is here somehow. So I just do a 180 and get back on the flight controls as if nothing happened. Surprisingly good strat, by the way. No one suspects a thing. Arriving at the ATS, I'm just using slang. I dock the ship and prepare for business as usual. But when I leave the flight control panel and notice my boss has departed the ship first, leaving a window of opportunity wide open in his wake, well, How could I not jump right through it? I drift us into space as my boss starts radioing that I've left him behind. It's the other guy! I radio back, metaphorically stabbing this poor slime guy in the back before literally stabbing this poor slime guy in the back. Don't! Leon pleads as green ooze starts to decorate the floor. But how could I possibly stop now? Is this not what you wanted? Flesh starts screaming as I clumsily chase him around the cargo ship, his very own slasher movie come to life. Finish him! I urge Leon. After all, I want him to have the killing blow on his own target. Because that's his target, right? Like, the whole reason he brought this guy here so we could kill him, right? Anyway, it is now later, because it turns out, nope, this is not the guy that we needed to kill at all. What? It's too late now. I buzz back as Leon grabs the guy and throws him out the airlock. What a fucking clown fiesta. And neither of us are even clowns. Not our problem now. Leon says as I fly us back to the trade station to pick up my boss and promptly blame the hijacking on the random slime guy. He not only takes the bait hook, line, sinker, but actually congratulates us on protecting Cargonia. We return home as if nothing happened. Glash the slime guy was never heard from again. Okay, so that was a fucking disaster, but I'm kind of feeling optimistic about the mission anyway. I mean, sure, we might have just killed a random guy due to a sitcom-esque misunderstanding that could have easily been avoided if certain people could just use their fucking words! But yeah, I'm actually feeling quite good. My boss thinks I'm the hero of Cargonia. He trusts me now. Sometimes these things just to have a way of working themselves out. So here's the plan. I have no plan. I'm just gonna walk around with this box and hope somehow I get the captain in it, and then cargo ship, ATS, I'm just using slang. You know the drill. So I start patrolling the station with my little crate. I don't know what it is exactly I'm looking for, but that's kind of how opportunity hunting works. The proverbial window is quantum in nature. It only exists when you can see it, so until I see it, I'm not gonna know what it is, obviously. In this case, I do about 1.5 laps of the station before the window opens again. But this is no ordinary window of opportunity, no. This window was so perfect, served up so freshly. I, in this exact moment, knew precisely how I was going to complete my mission, using the one thing no man can resist: gambling. As you already know, cargo as a department is responsible for placing orders, picking them up, and delivering them. But nestled away in the catalog of items we can order is the Grand Lottery, a 10,000 Spaso loot box that can contain pretty much anything from plushies to weapons. And when we at Cargo have an excess of cash and nothing to do, we usually gather on the ATS and straight up just start gambling. You can pretty consistently break even selling back the crates even after you take what you want from them. So this is like a fun mid to late game activity Cargo and whoever else is invited can take part in. So if I can get the captain onto this isolated trade station alongside another syndicate agent under the guise of gambling, are you picking up what I'm putting down? It's the perfect plan, okay? Yeah. Gambling without me? I cry in despair down the radio. Boss, I'm hurt. Wolfgang reassures me that gambling will commence in the cargo bay shortly, right as I come across just the person I want to see. The captain. How did I ever get so lucky? Hey, captain, we're gambling in the cargo bay shortly if you want to come, I say as I playfully shut the captain inside the crate and walk a few steps. He leaves the crate and hurries back. I laugh. Gamba time, sir, I reassure Dash dancidly as the captain hugs me. Leon walks into the frame. Time to go gambling, sir. State mandated. Sure, the captain gives in. Fuck it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I start dragging the captain away to the percussion of Leon's applause. I can't believe this is working. I can't believe this is working. I can't believe this is working. We make it to cargo and I load the captain onto the ship. Did I mention I can't believe this is working?
Time to sell Cap.
Leon screams. He's coming gamba with us. I clarify. Leon's still very much applauding because when my boss arrives, I show him the secret chest and explain that Captain is gambling too. Wolfgang laughs. Leon laughs. We all laugh. I undock the ship and begin flying us to the trade station. Holy shit, we are actually doing it. I step into the ATS and take a deep breath of artificial air. We can do this. The quartermaster is unarmed and clueless. The Borg cannot harm the crew. And the captain? He'll be asleep before he even knows what hit him. I can't believe this is working. I think to myself as we approach the lottery crates. Captain opening the left crate as Leon opens the right. Whoa! I exclaim, rummaging through the crate. Grinning ear to ear, high off the plausibility of my own lie, I dual-wield my poisoned weapons of choice and draw the attention of the room. Check it, I announce before unloading 2 darts into the side of the captain's neck with precision and skill. He goes down like a sack of potatoes, just as planned. Leon immediately gets to work pummeling the captain into the floor as I laugh. They think this is some sort of prank, but when the quartermaster tries to drag Leon off the captain, he finds out this is no prank at all. I swing my blade recklessly as he goes down. Leon continues the barrage as I move back to the captain, and I just lay into him with a flurry of swings. Every slash, a plume of blood sprays on the wall until the light in his eyes dies into pulp. Leon works the body, making sure no one is ever waking this poor man up again. It's red alert. They are hunting us. The Borg reported the double murder to security and I am freaking out. We have 2 minutes before they get here. What do I do? Leon says he's gonna go loud, but that's not gonna work for me. I still need to escape without being caught. Okay, think. I'm wanted for murder. I need to get off this trade station without using the cargo ship. Wait, DNA scrambler. They're looking for a pink moth named Filianore Silksong. If I can scramble my DNA, I'll have a brand new randomized appearance and name. It'll at least buy me plausible deniability if I can leave here and re-enter the station some other way. So Leon spends what little is left of his TC to help with my plan, and I scramble my DNA. They'll be looking for a pink moth, the fools, but gaze in awe as I randomly regenerate Doctor Who style and become a different shade of pink moth. Fuck! Okay, don't panic. Just gear up. I steal my boss's iPad and use it to buy some EVA gear and oxygen. I quickly suit up, purchase some jetpacks and... Oh, fuck! Security's here! Okay, don't panic. Just jump out the airlock! Alone, I drift into the void of space, unable to change my trajectory or speed. But at least I have air, and at least I have protection from the elements, but... Why is it getting so cold? Does this suit not protect you from the cold? Okay, fuck, don't panic, just radio for help. I'm stuck in space. My coordinates are on. Please, rescue me. I'm drifting. Please, find me. I awake in the hospital. Doctors scrambling to attend to my frozen, asphyxiated body. And you're probably wondering how I got here. Well, I am literally just lucky, because despite radioing for help several times and having my coordinates on, nobody came. No one gave a shit that I was out there floating in the vacuum of space alone, cold and choking to death. Even the AI ignored me. I'm filing a complaint to Nanotracin the moment I'm out of here. I am only alive right now because moments before my death, I threw my boss's iPad to the east, which ever so slightly adjusted my trajectory, pushing me back west, eventually causing my frozen corpse to wash up near the trade station, where I was swiftly picked up by the salvage team, who just happened to be nearby because they were mining asteroids. Yeah, I'm just lucky. Now, at this point, there was a global manhunt for one Filianore Silksong, but as my ID will tell you, I am Eudrius Firebrush, and so the salvage member drags me all the way to medical without alerting security because I'm just a victim of space. Doc, you saved me. It was so cold. It all went dark. Thank you, Sal, for rescuing me. I radioed to my saviors who absolutely have no idea the evil they have just brought back from the gates of hell. And thank you, Doc. You are all but puppets in my grand master plan. I'm so fucking lucky, dude. My brain blue screen on the ATS. Like, I'm just using slang and I edited it dramatically, but I'm a fucking noob. I easily had enough time to gear up, jetpack and all, before security arrived, but I spent an entire minute panicking instead of just locking in and remembering, wait, the quartermaster has an iPad that you can order things from. You have like 50 hours playing that role specifically, by the way. You are a fucking idiot. Anyway, the captain is dead. He's not coming back, and no one's looking for me. New objective? Survive. I still need to evacuate with the crew at the end of this shift to complete my mission, and whilst that might sound easy, Space Station 14 has a lot more going on than just me and my story. There are 69 other crew members right now, each with their own responsibilities, and the station is only as strong as its weakest links. Take for example an engineer tasked with setting up and maintaining the singularity, responsible for all the ship's power. If this guy is incompetent or a rogue, that singularity is going to become singulose and start eating through the ship with an unsatiable hunger. Literally, look at the map. It is eating the ship. And then it's gonna eat me. Oh my god. When this happened, I barely made it to an evacuation pod with like 4 other survivors, and this all happened because of one guy fucking up. And now remember, there's 69 other people that can fuck up. Do you now understand just how helpless I truly am to the chaos of the station? God help me. So I get back to cargo, where I immediately slip on some lube and almost go straight back out into the vacuum of space. Do you see what I mean? Death is waiting around literally every corner. The AI then takes an evacuation vote, and I vote yes. The yes vote fails, but the AI calls for evac anyway. Maybe I misjudged you, AI. You might have left me to die in space, but rigging an election in my favor? That's the kind of loose interpretation of Law 1 I can get behind. The crew don't know what's good for them. Heading over to the requisition computer, I order some EVA suits for evac, and take the blue space portal to the ATS, which was set up in my absence, and I don't want to explain what this is. It's a portal, okay? I feign shock at the absolutely grisly crime scene I've returned to. What happened here? Enter Leon from the left, wearing the dead captain's ID and cloak. Edwin! I cry out to Leon. Open this, I beg, as he asks if we've seen the research director. Damn, I guess Leon never ended up getting that coat. But with 10 minutes to go, it's every moth for themselves. I portal back to cargo wearing my outer space approved EVA gear, where a member of security asks to check my bag. All my contraband and murder weapons are in my flesh pocket, so I oblige without hesitation. He finds nothing, and then arrests a completely uninvolved party. Classic security. Never change. Boss, I say to Wolfgang, who, because we didn't pulverize into gore, was able to be revived at medbay, we should get to evac.
Soon.
He replies, and watch what he does right here.
Gambling comes first.
This guy is fucking based. Gambling gets him killed and he goes right back to it. That's my fucking boss. Sir, I went up there. I saw a whole lot of stuff I wish I never saw.
Well,
I'm going to get the hell home.
I was on the receiving end of it.
What?
I saw the captain get murdered, and then they came for me.
What?
You didn't hear it over the radio? Bunch of cowards, if you ask me.
Must have happened before I got here.
Probably. Not sure. I was out for a while. Didn't see any new hires. Anyway, you may proceed to evac.
I take a fourth wall-breaking bow. Oh, no, guys, there's really no need to... Thank you. Let's like the video, huh? With 5 minutes to burn, I make it to evac and grab a soda. Delicious. I don't even want this. A security officer pulls me aside to let me know that my entire department are syndicate, which is just not true. Classic security. And asks to search me. I just got checked. I laugh, but oblige nonetheless. They are grasping at straws and they know it. They have nothing. They know nothing, and are blaming everyone but the right people. They are completely bamboozled. Say, what's that beep? A syndicate ally had bombed evac. Not good. As I lay in critical condition on the tiled floor, lucky to still be alive, the head of personnel accidentally hits me with her axe trying to destroy this training dummy. And now I'm dead. So close to victory, yet so very far.
The emergency shuttle has docked with the station.
I am dragged to the medbay on board the evac shuttle, where the head of personnel apologizes to my corpse for killing me. And I bet Nanotresson won't even investigate my untimely demise. No, I'm sure they'll write me off as just another casualty of the station, if anyone does the paperwork at all. It can't end like this. And then, with 60 seconds to spare, I lived, bitch. Mission complete.